Hello and welcome everybody to BBL Season 8. We are in the playoffs where the Melonheads had an exciting Game 1 against the Minnesota Mariners at their home park. 13-0 on my side. Overall results still unknown. Asenop has not played yet. And in fact, I just finished my side of the game. We are doing an impromptu doubleheader here. So, we will see how that goes. This could be a critical game, a must-win game. This could be a relatively easy-going game. We don't know yet. In any case, Game 2 here is one game we get to play on our home turf at Tin Can Alley, where we are strong, but I know that the Mariners are going to be strong as well, and they are going to put up a difficult-to-beat score, so we will have to be on top of our game. And unfortunately, Sheila Vasanti is not on top of her game today. She is nerfed to 3 hitting, 3 running. The game continuing to hamstring me. At least half of my games this season have been played with at least one player badly nerfed and not able to contribute as normal. I drafted a great team, I just don't get to use it a bunch of the time. Shane Smith also has a batting nerf, so definitely less power than normal on this team. Everyone else is normal, but big wrench in my lineup for sure. Mariners team, fortunately, is pretty normal here. Nikki with a small fielding nerf that's unlikely to have much of an effect, but at least there's no super juiced up Mariners players this time. Without further ado, we are going to pop right into the game. Alright, Jay Green, starting as usual, pitched a perfect game against the Mariners in Game 1. It truly was an amazing Game 1. Our plus 13 is not reflective of how well we played that game. It was an amazing effort. Heather Quinn hit a grand slam that was called a ground rule double by the game and screwed us out of who knows how many runs. She eventually was out instead. Had some big rallies that cut just short. Phil almost hit a 3-run homer in the 5th to make it 16-0, but it was caught just short of the line. All sorts of stuff. Basically, the Melonheads played an amazing game, and even if we lose, I am proud of them. This has been a great team to play with. This might be the final Melonheads game of the season. But, win or lose, it's been a great time. I'm proud of these kids. I would love for them to get the chance to go all the way and play in the super big arena, super colossal dome at the World Series, but it's been a pleasure playing with them. Defense comes through, and we get the Mariners out 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. Good start to the game. And Lindsay Felgate leading off. My MVP candidate, certainly the MVP of this team. Went 4 for 5 in the first game. One thing that was good in the first game that I don't get in play this time is the nerf that was in play for Kristen Sullivan. She had a bad nerf to 4 running, pitching and fielding nerf, so it is a shame not to have that in play here. One thing about this batting nerf for Shane is I can try to ground her with him, and we are going to do that here. Might very well be safer than line drive. Gonna see how this goes. It's untested waters, not as likely to do well in my opinion, but we will do our best. And that is a beautifully hit grounder for the first one. Kathy Wolf could be a thorn in my side here at Tin Can. We'll see, but beautifully placed grounder by Shane. Immediate single, Heather Quinn is up. Only went 1 for 4 in Game 1, unfortunately, but what a 1 it was. Take strike 1. And we know Heather hit better than 570 on the season, even if you ignore the power-up she used. Heather is definitely capable. Wasn't sure if that one was going to be in the strike zone or not. Lindsay beats Jorge to the plate. Close play there, but Lindsay legged it out and made it safely. Distracted the fielder, so everybody is safe. Bases loaded, nobody out for Dmitry Petrovich. Again, even if Lindsay sometimes gets big hits, gets extra bases, sometimes she just gets on base and uses her speed to great effect. In any case, she has incredible utility on offense and is the one player I've really been able to hit consistently with. And Dmitry continuing to deliver a dumpster shot, so that's going to be 2 runs. Oh no, but Heather the tragedy, trips on the way to third, loses too much time there. I was not expecting the ball to be gotten that soon, so I should have maybe held. and had the single with Dimitri. Unfortunately, Heather's out at third instead. But still 2 runs. It's 2-0 now. Fabian Callahan had a horrible bad day last game. Trying to break free of those demons this game, but swings on the first pitch and pops up for an out. Only 9 pitches through 5 hitters. I am swinging too early here. Alright. But that one looked too good to pass up, and it was. That's going to be a base hit for Jay Green. Dimitri is going for home, and Cheryl comes away from the plate. There is no play. Dmitry Petrovich scores. It is 3-0 on the single by Jay Green. Stan Olafson up. We got three runs in the first. That's a good start, honestly. The big rallies always come later in the game. Too much success early on, and it might be troublesome. I'll still take as many runs as I can get, but yeah. Stan Olafson now up. 1-0 the count. And very decent chance with Stan and then Phil, the next 2 hitters, could easily score a couple more runs here. But gotta stay focused, not too cocky. Melonheads are doing their thing. Tonight is a good night to be a Melonheads fan. Tomorrow night, or whenever it is that Ace plays, might not be so good, but tonight is a good night. Stan with the grounder, Cheryl coming up to field it, which probably means it's over, and the absolute laser to first. Anything else, and Stan would have been safe. But Cheryl with a laser for the 3rd out at possibly the worst possible time in my lineup. Painful, but we will live. 3 runs for the Melonheads in the first. Good start. Good start. And with this a TCA game, Phil and Nerf Sheila up in the second is not nearly as bad as it would have been at Sandy, honestly. Nikki Winston strikes out for the first out. KO True is now up. I am not expecting a second perfect game from Jay. Maybe it'll come and I'll be super happy. Yeah, the late innings is when the huge Melonheads rallies usually happen. And the couple times I did have big rallies early on, that's when I shut down later on, and that causes problems. So I'm happy for the rally in this case to come later on, as long as it comes at some point. We're cool. Kay strikes out. Jay is pitching a dominant game so far here. Not getting any more juice though. He wasn't getting any last game either. Game has been mean to me in that regard, but so far, Jay has been fine. Jorge blasts one to left, and there is no perfect game today for this game. Oh, no! Shane catches it! Shane catches it for the 3rd out, and it is a 1-2-3 inning. I thought that was off the trailer. Easy base hit, but it was not, and Shane made the grab. Very nice. Alright, Phil Nevin leading off the second. He has had an incredible time from Game 8 onward this season. And to continue that 3 for 4 in Game 1. Unfortunately, the 4th one was just barely caught short of the fence to rob what looked like it was going to be a 3-run shot. Ball 2, Kristen pitching it just too low. Strike 2, gonna have to go for the contact, get on base swing. Would like to be able to get at least 2 with a nerfed kid up to bat, but we'll see. And drills one to left. Very satisfying drill off the wall. Unfortunately, Timmy catches it on the bounce. Phil is not gonna be able to get past first base here. Sheila Basanti is up, and we are just hoping to avoid the double play. With Sheila mega nerfed, 3 hitting, 3 running. And no, hits it straight to the pitcher, but yes, she's throwing it to first instead. Phil is safe at second. We take that. We'll take it. Everybody's safe on that at-bat was not likely, so we will definitely take having Phil safe at second and just having Sheila be out at first. Good sacrifice there. Strike 2 on Lindsay. Kristen, angry at this turn of events and pitching mean. Lindsay has to settle for Sharply hit grounder into left. No chance for Phil to advance, unfortunately. Had to play the hand I was dealt, and that was not a great hand. Shane Smith now up. Don't really want a grounder here. That's not good for Phil's chances at getting to base. So gonna go for line drive. Hope it's a sharper grounder. That makes it into the outfield. And nope. Wrong place. Easy out at third for Jorge. Rough second here for the Melonheads. But we're not done yet. Heather Quinn is up. Two on, two out, and I should not have swung at that pitch there. What the heck was I thinking? Insert people saying, what the heck were you thinking? Oops, because I am just getting too antsy and impatient. If we have a third inning like that, stream is going to be over, and we're going to come back another day. I don't know. That was not a good pitch for Heather to swing at either. So that was just plain old bad play by me to end the second with no runs scored. We're going to need to do better than this if we want a prayer at beating the Mariners, because they are going to go off against my team at TCA. Not over yet, again. The fifth inning is where memories are made at Tin Can Alley. So, until we're done in the fifth and we don't actually score, we don't start panicking. Kristen Sullivan is up now. Jay still with the perfect streak going alive here in the third inning of Game 2. Grounder towards short. Stan is going to field that. Throws a soft one to Heather. She has no trouble catching it. 2 outs, and Donald Vogel is up. Jay's starting to tire out some here on the mound, though. No more juices have been forthcoming from the strikeouts he's gotten. But Donald pops straight back to Jay. Pounces on it to ensure that the perfect streak continues. Jay is here to play, and he is doing an A++ job on defense here, let me tell you. Don't say that, Viscery. Don't talk about taking the stamina away. I don't want to hear it. All right, Dmitry Petrovich is up to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Couple of rough breaks and some bad play and over hasty play by me in the second led to no runs score that inning, hoping to do a better job here. Dmitry takes the first 2 pitches for 2 balls, so far so good. Takes the third pitch as well, that's strike 1, but probably not one he was going to hit well. Usually, I can tell if I'm swinging at the first pitch a lot, it means I'm doing a bad job. And they're going to bong him to each other, but... okay. Okay. We take those. Cheryl was safely out of the way. I thought Kristen was going to catch it, but she dropped it, and Cheryl did not pick it up, so Dmitry is safe at first. Fabian Callahan is looking to finally get her first hit of the postseason here. Didn't swing at the first pitch. That was good. Hopefully that's not just the setup to a really annoying double play. Strike 2. Kristen not pitching nice here. Kristen has been much meaner on the mound this game, and hopefully she stops soon. Ball 1. But yeah, like I've said before, often, like I was starting to say, often I feel like a good measure of how well I'm doing in my game, how well I'm playing in my games, is if I'm swinging at the first pitch a lot. If I'm swinging at the first pitch a lot, usually that means I'm too hasty and I'm not doing so well. Anyway, Fabian hits a grounder there, and I forgot whether it was Donald or Timmy, but in any case, made the error, so everyone was on base safely. Fabian with her first hit of the postseason. 2 on, nobody out, Jay Green up. Jay Green has not had a very impressive postseason so far, hasn't been able to hit anything big. Looking for his first here, where with Fabian on first, a huge hit would be very nice indeed. And pops into an infield fly. Something about the Big Four just makes me have trouble reliably producing with him. I don't know what it is, but Jay had less than 20 extra base hits on the entire season. He had a decent average because he was fast enough to often make it to base on his not-so-great hits, but yeah. Stan with a high one, that's going to go onto the newspaper bins. Run, kids, run! Oh, that gets from the newspaper bins onto the trailer. Heck yeah! That's going to be a ground rule double, but we take those. Very nice indeed. Easy way to move Fabian from first to third. Dimitri scored. It's 4-0 Melonheads. That was a beautiful bounce there. And now it is Phil Nevin up to bat. Good hit here. Score some more. Phil swings a bit late. It's off the trailer, though, so it's okay. Kathy jumping on it. She's going to rocket it to home, and Fabian is going to have to turn, tail, and run. Only a single for Phil, unfortunately, so this could be trouble. Sheila Basanti is up. Sheila Basanti has a nasty nerf on her. We have to somehow hit the ball to a place where one of Fabian or Sheila can get on base. It could happen. All we need is a grounder in the right gap, and everybody's safe. But it is a harrowing situation here. A walk is definitely what we are hoping for here. On deck, Lindsay Felgate. That is in the strike zone, though, so, yes, oops is oops, and oops is not going to force his kids to strike out without making an attempt. Intentional strikeouts are, well, for one thing, it's not allowed. But even if it was allowed, I let my kids do their best to get on base. It is now a full count for Sheila. And a beautiful down the middle, fouled off. Going for the base on foul balls here. Can we do it? Kristen is tired. We take it. It is ball 4. It is the walk for Sheila Basanti. Exactly what we needed. Fabian scores. 5-0 Melonheads. One of the most exciting walks in the history of the BBL, perhaps. Lindsay Felgate now up. We are using the power swing with her. We have some not-so-fast runners on base. We need to clear these base paths out. Strike one, and here's the bad news. Yvonne Carter is on the mound, which means it's a fresh pitcher. Not likely to serve up a great one for Lindsay here. Gonna just have to go for the hitting for contact and hoping for the best here. Still should be at most one out. In theory, Kathy jumps on it. And, oh, she goes for the throw at third. One out, but Jorge does not make the throw in time. Sheila is safe at second. For now, at least, the inning continues. And another run scores at 6-0. And Shane Smith is a hitter. We take those. Shane might be third out here, but I would not count out the chance of him. Grounder in the gap. All we need is a good grounder in the gap towards the center right side, and Sheila is good to go. And then Dimitri's on deck. Yeah, I mean, we scored a run, no double play. All in all, it was a pretty solid at bat. Hit and run would be very, well, okay, maybe now not. Not gonna hit and run with Lindsay. And swing late for the foul. The base on foul balls would not be bad here. And it was high. Deceptive high pitch there. Shane Smith swings and misses for the strikeout, and that is it for the third inning. But still, 3 more runs there. Had some good times. It was a deceptive pitch there, and I wouldn't have swung with, less than 2 strikes. That is a problem with... Yeah, the 2 strike counts put the pressure on you if you don't want to just strike out looking, which is one of the worst feelings in the world. Unfortunately, that time the decision was wrong. Kathy Wolf is now up. Jay continues his quest for a second straight perfect game. And we're continuing here. We have done decently these first 3 innings. It's not a quit situation here. I know it's not looking great. Only +7 with only 2 innings to go, and the Mariners are going to pound off against us here. In all honesty, I expect to lose this game, but we can still get the big rally and put up a good score here. And you never know. Once the rallies get going here at TCA, they are hard to stop. We saw how even with the nerf, Sheila is not just an automatic out here. And Lindsay drops it. Usually your user catchers can get the ball in those situations, but not this time. Timmy makes it to first. Not going to be a second perfect game in a row. Hey, we got the 1. I'm pretty happy with that. And now, unfortunately, it's still a sticky situation as Cheryl Reynolds is up and Jay Green is getting tired here on the mound. No pitch into contact with someone like Cheryl. But Jay is having a hard time even pitching accurately here, so could be bad. Swing and a miss for strike 2. We take a strikeout if we get it, honestly. It does not matter. And Cheryl with the trailer hit. That is going to be a single. Sticky situation, and I think the time has come for a pitching change. Jay, you did excellently, but I think you've about hit your limit. Phil Nevin is coming on to pitch. For anybody who does not know why Phil Nevin is coming on to pitch, basically the one time before I had to take Jay off the mound was all the way back in week 1 against the Tigers. Things were going horribly. I was cycling through pitcher after pitcher. No one was getting it done. And Phil Nevin came on, and Phil Nevin got it done. So Phil Nevin is going to look to get it done here in a tense situation here against the Mariners. Nicky Winston up. If you could ground into a double play, that would be amazing, but we are just hoping for the Mariners to not score here. Nicky keeping us on edge. He refuses to strike out. Phil might not last long on the mound here at this rate. Ball 2. It is 2-2, and I am walking on eggshells here. Strike 3 call. Nicky Winston strikes out. No double play, but again, the double play was not something we could rely on here with these big bats up. KO tool now up. There's 2 outs, so only need 1 more to completely stop the flow of blood. Phil, unfortunately, is already getting too tired to pitch well. Phil, normally not a pitcher, but we will see. I will bring in another pitcher if I have to. But let's see for now if we can get through K. Take strike 2. Mariners letting a lot of good ones go by here. I mean, just look at that. Was a juicy one. Okay, just washed. Oh, no, I should stop gloating. Oh, no. That is a trailer shot for K. That's going to be 1 run. And Shane, the only one who will... Here we go. Relay through the mound, and we get K out, so... Mariners scored 1 run, but what's 1 run in a Tin Can Alley game after all? I think it's extremely unlikely that we are going to lose by just 1 run. We got the out, so the inning is over, and we can continue. No perfecto for Jay, but, he got 1. That's pretty good. So bottom of the 4th. Unfortunately, Heather is batting leadoff. She's not really a leadoff sort of hitter, but whatever. Still plenty of chance for the Melonheads to score, and again, in a TCA game, I don't think giving up 1 run is a big deal at all, really. I would rather not give them up. Don't get me wrong, but it's certainly not worth getting worked up over. Nothing is truly worth getting worked up over, but giving up 1 run in TCA is a lot less worth getting worked up over than some things are. 2-2 for Heather. Looking for a nice hit here. And I have relearned how to be patient when batting this game, so that is good. Ground ball gets past Jorge, and Timmy makes the drop to confirm, or to cement the single for Heather Quinn. Doesn't have to be flashy. Just has to be good enough to get on base, and Heather is doing it. Again, it is my mission from now on, as long as I am in the server, to make sure Heather never goes undrafted again. I've taken her to her first playoffs already, so that's already a pretty good gift for her, but I want to make sure she is never undrafted again. Dmitry Petrovich is now up. 2 for 2 today. And a nasty strike 2 there. That definitely was in the strike zone. Don't call crying foul about the call. It was definitely in the zone, but it was still a nasty pitch. 0-2 still. Dmitry fouls it off. And hits one up for towards right center. And Kathy just barely gets it. That is definitely an annoying and unfortunate play. Looked like it was going to be in play, easy on base for Dmitry, maybe for Heather, but just barely caught it, so I'm still stuck with Heather on first. Fabian Callahan, the hitter. We hope to avoid the double play. This is the last chance for Fabian to get the big Tin Can Alley bomb that she got so many of in Season 5. Hasn't gotten a single one this season. I know she can do it, but whether we play more games this season or not, we definitely aren't playing any more at Tin Can Alley. She doesn't get it this time, but she gets a good one anyway. Trailer shot. That's good for 2 bases. It's fallen down too. Stuck on the dumpsters. We are going for the extra bases. It's in the dumpster! Yes! Glitchy and cheesy though it may be, we still take advantage. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And Fabian is tagged out at home. I assumed too much. Should have held at third. Would have had the easy RBI triple. We score 1 run, but got the second out. No, don't blame Fabian and being slow. It wasn't Fabian was too slow. It was I made the mistake, assumed too much. About halfway between there and home, I knew she wasn't going to make it in time. I was stubborn and still went for home, so that one's on me. Alright, but Jay ensures the inning is not over yet with one that goes off the trailer. Unfortunately, not onto the trailer. Timmy with the shot into the trailer and no one else going for it, so Jay just waltzes up and takes second base. Not going to risk going for third there, but we take the extra bases we can get. 1 on, 2 out for Stan Olsen. We are looking to score more than 1 more run here in the 4th. 0-1 as he fouls him off. He's taking this one, which is strike 2. Yvonne with some nasty pitches here. Can we get a bad pitcher for the Mariners, please? I would have rather faced Ace's team last. Oh! And that looked like it was going to be just low, but it was just in the strike zone. Stan Olsen out on strikes. And we have Phil and Nerf Sheila as the first 2 hitters for our final inning to hit. Folks, I hate to say it, but this is looking like the Melonheads' first TCA loss. That one might have been a case also where I was distracted by the live stream chat, I will admit. That might be what was happening there some as well. Stan Olsen now pitching for the Melonheads. I don't even know what he can throw. He can only throw the right hook. Yeah. Now that Jay is done pitching, we are just hoping to avoid total disaster here on the... Only 7 runs for the Melonheads through 4 innings. Normally we have more than that. I'm 50-50 right now on whether to stop and hope to recover for the 5th inning, but I think overall we've been doing okay. It doesn't feel like we've been doing super horribly. I don't feel super tilted or anything like that. So, we will soldier on. We will finish the doubleheader. Well, you say might as well finish it off, but the alternative is not bad as well, which is hope to come back stronger and get a super inning by waiting where we otherwise might not have gotten one. I just now realized I forgot to adjust my defense for Sheila's bad day. Oh well. Yvonne going for second. Ill-advised. She is caught between bases and tagged out for out number 2. Kristen Sullivan is now up. This isn't like my game. Game 14 against the Devil Rays I stopped after 4 innings to try to come back stronger. I had 10 runs at that point, but the Devil Rays were a weak defense where I wasn't expecting to do well. This is a strong defense where I feel like overall I've played well, just had a couple of mistakes, so I think our chances are as good as they're going to get. Might just be off my game completely if I come back later, so yep. We're going to go for the 6th inning here, 5th inning here, probably the last inning on offense for the Melonheads officially this entire season. It has been a fun run. I think the time has come for it to end, though, because Ace is too good, his team is too good. But you never know. Might get the miracle, and in particular, this inning might last quite a while longer yet. Kathy and Donald bonking into each other. Unfortunately, it doesn't last long enough for Phil to grab another base. Definitely made a mistake there swinging at the first pitch, but it's done now. Can't take it back, so... Sheila Basantia, gonna go for getting on base here and then letting Lindsay do something cool. Strike 1, I forgot to cancel the steal for the hit and run. So much for the hit and run. 0-1 is the count on Sheila. That's my problem with hit and runs, is I'm bad at canceling the steal if I don't end up going for the swing. 1-1 the count for Sheila. Really just hoping to avoid a double play here, but what we're super hoping for is for her to get on base. Huge rallies usually don't include a lot of outs. Don't include outs, I should say. 2-2 is the count on Sheila. As long, though, as the Melonheads still are holding baseball bats, there is a chance for a huge rally. And Sheila hits one that bounces straight to Nikki. She's running her heart out, and she makes it to first. No double play. Sheila having trouble. Yeah, losing both Shane and Sheila's bats definitely had an impact on this game. Wasn't able to play as well as normal again. Game seems to be doing its utmost to ensure I do not win this series. All these nasty pitches, too, from the AI pitchers. Yvonne, especially, has been giving me one of the hardest times I've had in any games this season. 1-1 on Lindsay. Hoping to get a nice trailer shot to advance Sheila. 2-1 the count. Lindsay 3 for 3 today with 3 singles. Hasn't been doing anything flashy, but has been getting it done. We're looking for something a bit more flashy here, and we get it. Beautiful trailer shot by Lindsay. Now just has to stay up there long enough for Sheila to make it. On, it's not staying up there. Run, Sheila, run, 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 run. Lindsay can take second base if and it goes onto the newspaper bid. Beautiful. Sheila going for home. This is all too familiar. She can't make it. No. And Cheryl runs her down. I thought Cheryl was going to throw it to third, but she got tagged out instead. Once again, I get too greedy. Go for the extra base. Get caught. And, you know, we can blame the game all we want, but I definitely have dropped the ball several times on this one. Not my best play, and we're down to our last out. The huge rally is not super likely here. Looks like this might indeed be the Melonheads' worst TCA showing of the season. Shane barely makes it to base. Our worst TCA showing, first TCA loss, is because the Mariners' defense was good. The Mariners' defense being good helped, but also the nerfs and just mistakes. Definitely a game of regrets, but it's too late to back out now. With this poor showing, I think Melonheads are for sure losing the series. It would be a miracle if we won game 1. And straight to Nikki for the third out. Melonheads with only 7 runs at Tin Can Alley. Truly a shameful day. 12 left on base total. Truly a poor showing, and yeah. You know, we could hope all we wanted with the Sandy Flats games, but there is no way that Ace Knop gets less than 7 runs at Tin Can Alley. It just is not happening. So, yeah, again, nerfs had a big impact. Game robbing me of a homer had a big impact. All sorts of ways that the game messed me up in this series, but I messed myself up too. I will accept the blame. After that showing, we do not deserve to win the series. Maybe we win game 1 and the series goes to 3 games and we pull out the miracle at Sandy Flats. That would be an epic comeback story. But unless Ace Mop had a disaster, then Melonheads get swept. And maybe I will stream a tour against some of the NL teams that the Melonheads never got to play, but for their real games, that will be it for my best team I have ever drafted. It was fun, folks, and I thank you all for staying along for the ride. This was a truly impressive turnout, considering it started as the audience of an earlier stream and has lasted through 2 whole games here. And meanwhile, hopefully it really gets to Ace's head when he sees how long the stream has been going, and I only post my first result. That could be fun. We at least get to mess with his head a little bit. Timmy Younger, the last chance for the Mariners to accomplish something more here in the 6th. Game 2 is a loss, so yeah. We hope for the miracle from Game 1. I don't think I scored enough runs to have a decent shot at it, unfortunately. Too many close calls, but it was a fun series, you know? This could have been just a miserable, miserable time. It wasn't. We had fun. And ultimately, having fun is why I joined this league. What matters most, I will say the end of the season and this postseason so far, both with this and the fun time I had against the Padres and Constellation, and I'm hoping to continue to have there with my second team, the Royals, really has made me feel a lot more like coming back for Season 9. We shall see. And Cheryl grounds out to left field to end the game. Final score here, Melonhead 7, Mariners 1. A +7, almost certainly a loss in any Tin Can Alley game, but especially a Tin Can Alley game against Ace and his Mariners. Have a bit more commentary to make off recording, so don't go away quite yet. In the meantime, all those watching the recording later on YouTube, thanks for watching, and see you later.